Willkommen bei diary.from.afar, eurem Reisepodcast mit feministischer Perspektive. Mein Name ist Benita Stelz und ich glaube, wir lernen selten so viel über uns und andere Menschen, wie wenn wir reisen. Dieser Podcast ist deshalb ein Reisetagebuch mit Beiträgen von weit gereisten GästInnen, Reiseberühmtheiten aus der Vergangenheit, ExpertInnen, die ihre Tipps teilen und gelegentlich Geschichten von meiner Wenigkeit. And on this third episode, we will have to speak English because I was very happy to meet Marie. She's from France and we met in Muscat in Oman back in November. She just had come back from her very exciting hitchhiking journey through the whole country of Oman. Many 100 kilometers she spent in cars with a lot of Omani people. And if you don't know, Oman is super open to hitchhikers. So I knew this must be an interesting story to tell. So I invited her to the podcast. How did you came up with the idea to hitchhike across Oman?
Wow, good question. This idea was a kind of natural idea because in Europe I was used to hitchhike. In Oman, at the beginning, I was traveling with one friend, so we were rented a car, and after she flew back to France, and I was like, okay, now I am alone. This is a country like almost without public transport. And I was like, yes, hitchhiking, according to me, this is the best solution to immerse myself in the real Oman and not only like with traveler or with like city life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you not only decided to hitchhike, but you decided to also take your tent with you and always sleep in the nature. How did that add to the story?
I really discovered like a magic country. Like this is the first place I visit where you can camp like everywhere. The beauty of the country is like so amazing, and you are like also meeting people, like local people all the time.
So you were in Muscat, you like packed your bag, said, okay, I have 10 days, let's go. How was your first day hitchhiking in Oman?
First, it took me like some days to have the courage to leave the city, to leave Muscat, and to put myself on the road. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to do it, but I was so scared, to be honest. I was like super scared, like I'm alone. And I met this girl, this Indian girl, like at the hostel, and she was like, yeah, Marie, you want to do it, you can do it. Choose a deadline and go for it. I think this is like, you know, the push I needed, like from one girl, and I was like, wow, thank you so much. And like I told her, like, okay, I would go like tomorrow morning. So someone dropped me like on the main road, and at the beginning I was like, okay, I am at the middle of the road, the beginning of the highway. I'm like, I feel super lonely, I'm super shy, but after like 5 minutes, one car stopped. Like it was the beginning of my hitchhiking journey. This first guy stopped, and after he dropped me like on another road, everything like was kind of so smooth. I was not waiting more than 10 minutes. I did like 1,000 kilometers like this in one day. Like I left at 8 a.m. and I reached Salalah, so at the one of the southernmost point of the country at like 11 p.m.
That's so fast. Did you meet a lot of other travelers on the go?
To be honest, during my 10 days hitchhiking, I didn't meet any travelers. I met like a lot of local people. And when I say local people, it's like Omani people and also a lot of expat people trying to understand like the life.
So how were the like interactions with the locals who took you in their cars?
During my 1,000 kilometers hitchhiking, I had like a different experience. I think like I took like 5 different cars and trucks. They were mostly like Indian, Pakistanis. I would say like 50-50, like 50 Omani people and 50 expat people. And it was super interesting like to discuss about their life because they were like mostly driver. And the gap of like life between like expat people and Omani people at the same time, to have like different point of view about the country. And the interaction, like, sometimes was also a bit difficult because some of them, like, mostly, like, Omani people, they were not talking so much English, so we were, like, using Google Traduction all the time. But sometimes there, like, some men were, like, also pushy. And after some point, I was, like, trying to put myself in a position, like, I wanted to understand their behavior. So I was, like, asking question, like, why are you asking me this kind of question? Like, yeah, trying to understand their behavior. But to be honest, like, this kind of conversation were, like, going anywhere because, like, they were, like, just trying to go away from, like, the discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. They had, like, only one interest in trying to get towards this, right?
Yeah, exactly. But first, I want to say that this is not all the people I met. This is, like, some few people I met, but I think it's important, like, to have it in mind that when you are, like, a woman traveling alone in a country where women are not used to be first in the public place and second, like, to travel. I was speaking with some local people and they were telling me that, yeah, like, some people think that you are, like, open-minded because, like, you are traveling as a French woman alone. Yeah, this subject make me so angry, emotional about it.
Since you were, like, all the time alone, how did you deal with this anger and all this feeling?
The first things, it was, like, to keep calm and trying to have, like, a kind of conversation, like, about this kind of question. More like trying to speak with them to make them realize that this is not allowed.
And how did you deal with because, like, in general, you mainly meet men on the road and on your travels, right?
Yeah. At the beginning, when I was living, also, it was my purpose, like, meet, like, family, woman, extra. But I realized that this is not the same culture, that women are, like, mostly at home, and that the public place is mostly, like, surrounded by men, like, during the evening, extra. So yes, I was mostly, like, with men, and to be honest, like, after some point, it was, like, one of the reasons I wanted to go back, because I had, like, super good time with people, but I was missing, like, you know, this, like, sisterhood, like, this, like, yeah, being just with women, sharing time with women.
And so, do we have, like, a favorite memory?
The first one is, well, it was, like, on my way from Salalah to Muscat, so from the south to the north. I stopped in Dukum. So I arrived on this beach and I was walking to find a place to put my tent on the beach. And I was like welcoming by a group of friends. They were like 7 friends and they were like, hey, come. I spent the evening with them and after they were like looking for the best place for me to stay. And I stayed 3 nights on this beach and all the time during evening at 6 we were used to meet at this place with this group of friends. And they were telling me like, Mary, you are like a sister for us. Like we will love to invite you at home, but for us it's like forbidden because if we take you at home, like our mother and our family will be like super angry. And the second one it was after the camp. I had like the sea on the right and the desert on the left, and I was like, wow, it's so beautiful. I want to spend the night there. And I arrived in a fisherman village. Like all the kids were like running to me, sometimes with them. And after the man from the village welcomed me to share like a kawas or money coffee and dates. And after like I wanted to go like deeper in the village. And I was welcoming, and it was the first time and the only time in my travel I was welcoming by all the women and the kids. But yeah, I was like feeling so happy to meet like with all these women, with all these kids, just sharing like, you know, smile, laugh, taking like some pictures.
Are there things that really surprised you about the stuff you learned?
Many things, like for me, it was super hard to see like this worker life with this heat, walking like at the middle of the desert with nothing around. And after like to listen to all these worker and driver stories to their life, to their hard life, like driving, sharing a room with other people, struggling to get some money, living with almost nothing, going back at home one time a year, feeling lonely. And the gap between also the local life and the work life, that for me is huge. Yeah, I realized so many things about worker life, these people are struggling for the life or the family, but are living far away from the family, working from Monday to Sunday, many hours during the day. And you traveling, hitchhiking, and I was feeling super uncomfortable and privileged regarding the life. Yeah.
Maybe we can do a little how your days went so people can imagine better.
Yeah.
So you put your tent just somewhere on the beach, or how did you find your camp spots?
Usually, all the time, I put first my tent on the beach, but all the time you are meeting local people, and they were telling me, come with us, we are going to find for you the best spots.
Oh.
So I was, mostly never alone trying to find a place. Usually, and after every night I was sharing the tea, the dinner with local people on the beach. After sleeping, and usually I was waking up by the sun between 6 and 7, packing everything, going to the nearby Indian or Pakistani coffee, having coffee and one omelette, and speaking with the local people, having their breakfast before going to work. And after just walking around or looking for the car to visit this area. But usually I never plan anything. It was just more, I was hitchhiking to go to a place, and local people were taking me, okay, we go, you have to see this place.
So if you would meet another woman who want to do the same, what would you tell them?
That for me, I will just push them to do it, because this is the best way to explore the country and to meet amazing people. But I will not hide that, sometimes it's not easy to be a woman, from the question and the pushy guy that you can meet. They are some part of the people you met, but after you met also so amazing people that make your journey memorable.
Yes.
And I think this is even when you are just traveling, sometimes you have to keep in mind the memorable people that you met, and sometimes this is less memorable, and you feel angry also, but you have to pass through it. You don't have to forget it, because you have to struggle against this kind of behavior. But what makes you super happy and full of humanity is these super amazing people that you are meeting. And I think the most important, if you want to do it, follow your heart. Even if sometimes it's super difficult, you can be not self-confident enough because I was in this case. And I'm still scared and not confident enough, but follow your heart.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think that's a very good ending word. There's nothing to add to this. That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Benny.
Und damit geht schon unsere zweite Gastbeitrag-Folge zu Ende. Herzlichen Glückwunsch an alle, die das hier noch hören und folglich die ganze Folge gehört haben. Gratulation dazu und natürlich auch vielen Dank. Schreibt mir gerne, wie es euch gefallen hat und auch wie ihr fandet, dass es auf Englisch war. Ihr könnt dem Podcast natürlich gerne folgen, denn man munkelt, schon nächste Woche kommt die nächste Folge raus. Und bis dahin wünsche ich euch einen schönen Tag und eine gute nächste Reise.